pollen everywhere. Dr. Al Johnson, doctor of internal medicine, joining us on Memphis Morning News. We say good morning and a preemptive bless you, Dr. Johnson. How are you?
Good morning.
I tell you, we've got some rain today, so that's going to be, it's going to wash some of the cars clean of some of the pollen that we've had around here. But as it warms up, I tell you, springtime is here, and the allergies, it's almost like we need a survival guide, Doc.
Well, exactly. Some people are fortunate and don't have allergies, and then about 40% of the population has some sort of allergy. So you got a broad group of listeners out there that are probably having some trouble.
And we do have to get out there and live. Yesterday, I had to get out and trim the crepe myrtle. You know how we trim it down to the nubs. And my wife had the audacity to have me go out there and risk my health with allergies out there. And she says, we'll deal with it later. Now, we all can't just stay inside in front of a HEPA filter. Other than a HEPA filter, what else? What are some things we can do to make life a little more tolerable?
Well, when you are out traveling in your car, turn it on recirculate on the air conditioner.
Okay.
And that will help keep your windows rolled up. Then, as you said, just spend the least amount of time outside when the pollen's bad. To help get rid of the symptoms, you can use some of the long-term antihistamines, such as Claritin, Zyrtec, Allegra, that you can buy over the counter. And then now you can buy some of the nasal steroid over the counter, which also cuts down on the inflammation in your nose. So those are some things you can do to help calm down the symptoms. If you really have bad allergies, allergy shots, they call it immunotherapy, works best for long-term tolerance and build-up so you can reduce those symptoms.
I have a couple of questions to some things that you had just mentioned. You mentioned, and I've never heard anybody suggest this before, hit the recirculate button on your air conditioner in your vehicle. Good idea to maybe. And some people may not even know that they've got a cabin air filter. I guess oftentimes they'll hide that somewhere in the glove box. Not a bad idea to change that, I guess, from time to time?
Yes, that needs to be changed. And if it's filled up, it does decrease your airflow in your car. So, yeah, it's important to do that. And also another thing is you can get you a neti pot or saline nasal rinse device and rinse your nose out in the morning and then at night before you go to bed to get all that pollen out of the sinus cavity, and that really does help too.
Now, for those that are allergy sufferers, and I've seen it on TV before, where are people exposed to different allergens when they go to an allergist, I guess, and have all those needle pricks? Is that pretty much the case with
each prick is a different item? So you'll have spring pollens and then fall pollens. And they're divided up into trees, grasses, weeds, and then you have molds, particularly in the South, which exist year-round. And so each prick is a different item, and they see what you react to and what you don't. In the South, we particularly have a problem because we're damp. If you have water leaks in your house, you can get mold growing inside the house, and then that can really create problems. And I see those people frequently in my office because the molds not only produce pollens, but they produce a chemical that's a neurotoxin that affects how you feel, causes fatigue, some memory problems, sometimes gastrointestinal problems because of the nervous system effect.
Dr. Al Johnson joining us. He's a doctor of internal medicine joining us on Memphis Morning News today. And of course, being a Southern gentleman, I got my dogs that lay out on the porch, and I guess they can be an issue when it comes to allergies as well, huh?
Yes, themselves, their dander, but also they bring in pollen in the house. So it makes sense to kind of brush them, get anything off of them possible before they come in, and then I suggest they have a separate bed that's washable that they can lie on, so they aren't on everything in the house.
Okay. All right. And in your experience, is there really such a thing as a hypoallergenic dog?
Well, there's those hairless ones.
Yeah.
They look like a rat, but that is. And then the other thing is be sure to change your filter and get the highest efficiency filter you can for your furnace.
All right.
On your air conditioner. And that really helps. Keep the windows up, the doors closed, and make sure the the air conditioning system's working properly.
All right, sounds like a game plan. Dr. Al Johnson, thank you so much for joining us on Memphis Morning News. Hope you have a great rest of your week.
My pleasure.
All right, all right, thank you, sir.